What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me today. In this episode, I thought we'd do a little bit something different here. And I know we've only done one reaction trailer on the channel so far, so I thought this would be a good time to jump back into this as we take a look at the Day Before, a game that was recently announced, and from what I've heard, blends together some elements from The Division mixed with a little bit of, The Last of Us. And when I heard those two things together, I really wanted to jump in and take a look at this. But I want to do it together. So I hope you guys, if you guys haven't seen it, this will be a great opportunity for us to experience it together. We'll talk a little bit through it, maybe go back at the end and take a look at some things that maybe we missed or want to do a little bit of a discussion about. But it's going to be a little bit of a shorter video. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And without further ado, let's jump in. All right, guys. So here we go. Like I said, I've never seen this, but I'm interested. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic feel to it. And I'm excited. So let's see what this game is all about, shall we?
Welcome to the short gameplay demonstration trailer for The Day Before, an upcoming open-world multiplayer survival game. The Day Before features a huge, stunningly detailed post-apocalyptic world destroyed by a terrible virus.
Wait a minute.
Out of fuel.
Is this real life?
Great, man. Awesome.
I mean, this isn't like post-apocalyptic, but I'm saying.
Around here, I guess.
This is interesting. I'm
Shall we
definitely.
split up?
Yep.
I'll find out what's in the skyscraper.
Okay, and I'll look around here.
I can definitely get those Division vibes here.
Let's see what we have here. All right, all right.
Kind of has a similar look to it too.
I have found a great cowboy hat. Tell her everything's all right. And there aren't any more guns in the valley.
Easy, cowboy.
Listen up. This is Woodbury Survivor Colony speaking. If you can hear this message, it means that we have opened our doors for new survivors. We can give you food and shelter and ensure your safety. Here are the coordinates.
Did you hear that?
Yep, I got a message too.
Great. Maybe I can sell my junk there and get myself a better rifle.
Let's find some fuel and go.
In the Survivor Colony, you can sell and buy any items, as well as cooperate with other players.
This is a live action game? Is the world only populated with real life people? Could be interesting.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me sweet French hands, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge.
In The Day Before, you can enter abandoned buildings and take whatever you want. The main thing is to be careful, because not all players are friendly.
What?
Let's pick up some supplies and get out of here. Let's check it out.
Definitely feel the Last of Us vibes here too.
Got company. Could use some help now.
The things are about to get heated.
Over here.
Oh, he's just hanging onto that grenade? For sure. What is this? So did he just kill a real person playing?
Dude, there's too many of them. I gotta go upstairs.
Okay, I'm running toward you.
The snowstorm is starting right now, and the temperature is falling fast. Remember that when you shoot and make unnecessary noise, it can attract unwanted guests even more terrifying than other players.
What?
The world of The Day Before is teeming with hungry hordes of bloodthirsty infected, ready to tear you to pieces.
Okay, I'm getting some Left 4 Dead vibes too.
Phew, that was close. You should have seen this shit.
It seems he dodged
Last
a
of Us.
bullet. Now he's crafting a bandage so he doesn't die from bleeding.
This is
Are
fun.
you upstairs already?
Just calling out these similarities.
Shit.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm good. I'm good. No thank you. No thank you.
Psst, where are you?
Dude, what's gonna happen? Crazy.
What the?
Did he get his homeboy?
The Day Before, coming soon.
Wow. All right, guys, let's have a little bit of a discussion, shall we? All right, guys. So The Day Before seems to be a game that is mostly centered around survival. Now, as we watch the trailer, in its very short, brief nature, we came across a lot of similarities to a number of different games that have existed before. So you can clearly get a sense of where the inspiration has come from as they are in development for creating this game, which not necessarily a bad thing if you're a fan of any of these previous entries. We clearly, as you can see, get a sense of the Division, almost with its kind of grouped up, fire team coordinated nature. From the top left, you can clearly see that there's room for probably maybe squads of 3 or more to be scouring the world, this post-apocalyptic world together, which is an interesting concept that has been seen before in games like The Division or pretty much any squad-based game. Another thing that we get a very clear sense of when they talk about apocalyptic world that's been ravaged by this virus. One, I get some flashbacks to real life, but on a much more serious nature, I get very close vibes to The Last of Us. Very similar concept, this world that has been ravaged and taken over by this virus, and you're one of a few lone survivors that are just trying to get by and just trying to make it. In addition to, The Division, Last of Us, I also gotta, when you see some of the infected later on in the story, I get, or in this trailer, it's clear that there's, maybe a little bit of Left 4 Dead that's kind of come and made its way into this game. So there's a lot of influences that are, playing their role that you can see that the developers have kind of taken, a little bit of, a page from this and that, and, to try to create this recipe for a game that can kind of blend a lot of different concepts together. One thing that I am curious about is if it's a live service game. I'm not exactly sure if that's accurate or not, but it definitely felt like, this game was going to be a game that was, a living, breathing world that you and your buddies could jump into and kind of explore on your own. But the world is not, a safe place. You're really going to have to be a coordinated team, and this and that, in order to make your way through. So, it brings a lot of questions. In addition to that, you have dynamic weather that's playing its role. So basically the entire game is trying to kill you, whether it be real players in the game that you come across, whether it be the infected that you're going against in hordes, or whether it be the dynamic weather system. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to contend with. So I'm not exactly sure. I'm kind of curious what their end game is, what they're trying to go for. Is it more of just a survival game where you're just trying to survive? Is there an end game to it? Obviously, this is a very early announcement trailer for a game that is in development. No release date has been mentioned. There's nothing in the wake of. It's more or less just saying, hey, this is a game we're working on, and get excited. It might be something that you're looking for, but in the end, I always like to watch gameplay trailers because you never know what's going to be the next big thing. Watching gameplay trailers is kind of it's giving you a glimpse into the future in a way, because some games come out and you see the trailer and you're like, oh, it's going to be okay, but when it finally releases and it blows people's minds, you're like, man, if you're one of those people who's watching it way back when it was first announced, like there's just that sense of loyalty and like I was there when moments. So that's what I'm really excited about. I always like to give games a fair chance. On this channel we do a lot of different things. We don't really stick to one game here. I've grown up being exposed to all kinds of games, from Nintendo to PlayStation to Microsoft. So for me, there's I just enjoy games. So I really like taking a look at some of these games that are being announced or potentially coming out, and theorizing and getting hyped for what potentially could be a great experience for us to have together. So with that being said, that's all I got for this kind of live reaction thing. I'm still getting used to them, but I hope you guys are enjoying kind of my discussions post trailer of what I hope to see, or some things that I noticed. But in the end, I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this trailer. Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it's going to flop? If so, why? I'd love to hear what you guys think either way. Announcement trailers are really tricky because the developers are showcasing some of the best of what the game could be. And as we all have seen, I'm sure we all have a game or two games or a stack of games that just never lived up to their potential. Not saying that this game is going to do that, but it's always nice to go in with an air of caution when we look at trailers. But like I said, I'm curious to hear what you guys think. So let me know down in the comments below what you're thinking about in terms of this game. Hopefully you guys are doing well, and thank you so much for hanging out with me as we do another live reaction on the channel. If you guys enjoy the content, dropping a like is always appreciated. I hope to see you for more walkthroughs and playthroughs that we do on the channel, or potentially more live reactions. If you did enjoy the content, let me know down in the comments below what your favorite parts of these things are, if there's some things that you'd love to see changed. But until then, guys, I hope you're safe, I hope you're doing well, and remember, games are better when we experience them together. I'll see you next time.